Mike, talk about trying to compete with club sports, how it is, what policies and procedures that you've changed at your districts in an attempt to make your programs more appealing to student athletes.
Well, one thing that's happened in our district is in 2014 we did a study to see how our growth was, and we were at a plateau. So in 2015 we went out for a bond, and we received that bond, and $55 million or so was devoted to upgrading our athletic facilities. We know it is competitive out there to bring students in and their families and have them staying in your district. So some of the appeals were, of course, our facilities. So we have done massive upgrades in our facilities. We have renovated some of our older schools to include the gymnasiums. We built a brand new school. We're building brand new gyms in some of our high schools. But we know that when parents and families are looking for schools to go to, that is part of the appeal. And we have definitely renovated a lot of our athletic facilities. We try and provide as much opportunity as we can, because we know we can always rely on those basic fundamental intrinsic values that athletics brings. I think almost everybody will agree that you can learn teamwork and sportsmanship, the value of hard work, accepting, learning how to accept losses as well as successes. But for many parents and student athletes now, a lot of it is revolving around what kind of opportunity am I going to have to move on to the next level. Right. And so we've done some other things with our sports programs to include hiring of more coaches. We try and get the best coaches that we can. Providing, as we've already talked about, really cutting-edge facilities. Providing them with equipment. We've got uniform rotations, so we're keeping them in the best uniforms that we can at all levels to attract the younger kids, and it extends down into our middle schools. We have provided as much as we can for out-of-town travel to allow that. We know some of the areas that we're competing against. Out-of-town travel is a big thing. And we have partnered with corporate groups and educational groups to sponsor big tournaments in El Paso, where we invite a lot of teams from across the state and sometimes even national top players, and we provide those tournaments so we don't have to travel. We're out in far west Texas.
How much out there where you guys are, do you have select and club grabbing your athletes and that sort of thing?
We do have a lot of outside groups that are competing in more and more sports. It is probably typical of any other state or any other area in the state and really nationwide. So we're well aware of the outside entities.
Coach, what is the most important things you think y'all need to improve relations with other administrative departments?
Well, what we do, we make deliberate and calculated efforts to reach out to our departments. One of the things that we've done in athletics that has really been of help to us is that we have a summer workshop every year for our athletic coordinators. We have 7 high schools. And during those workshops, I invite every director of the departments within central office that we deal with, and that's almost everybody. So we'll have transportation, we'll have purchasing, legal, budget. So they get to come in and make a presentation. But we allow 30 to 45 minutes, and some that come every year, they've kind of turned it into a question and answer session. So now we're able to put faces to names,
dialoguing back and forth.
we try and reciprocate all the things they do for us when they ask us to do something. We're certainly there available with all our manpower to help them too. And so that's really helped our coordination and our relationship with all the departments within our district headquarters.